Welcome to Cooking Americana, great meals on a budget. Today's meal is Granny's Country Fried Steak with garlic mashed potatoes. This is what you'll need, and there is a link to a printable recipe in the video description. The total cost for an entire meal for 6 people is $14. Now we're going to go ahead and peel our potatoes, and every once in a while you'll see me toss one off to the side. This is why Miss Sabbath has to have her tater skins. So we're going to add some salt to a pot of water, salty like the sea, and cut those taters in half and then into big chunks. Toss them in that water. Now the chunks should be even size, about this size. You don't want all different sizes so they don't cook evenly. So we're going to cut the rest of these potatoes. Man, I wish I could cut that fast. And then we're going to crush some garlic. I've got about 10 cloves of garlic here. Just lay the flat of the knife on top and pop your hand on top and that'll crush them. Add that to the water with the potatoes. Now we're moving on to doing our dredge pans. We're going to put a cup in both. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please help me out in the algorithms. Add some salt to one of them. And some black pepper to that same one. And then in the other one, we're going to add some burger spice, some seasoning salt, onion powder and garlic powder. Can't do without those. It wouldn't be country without those, let me tell you. We're going to add some thyme here. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to put it in my hand, and I'm going to use my hand to crush those thyme leaves a little bit before I add them. Whisk that up and get that all nice and mixed in both of those pans. I'm using cake pans on these. You can use plates, but you want something that has a pretty decent sized lip on it. And then for the other final dredge, we're using eggs. There's 3 eggs that we're going to add a little bit of water to. Now you can add some Worcestershire sauce to this, give it a little extra flavor, and just whisk them up and get them all scrambled. And we have the 3 dredges. The first one is the salt and pepper, the second is the egg, and the third is all the spices in it. We added some oil to the pan, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch deep, and then I went ahead and put a paper towel and a rack on top of a baking dish. Now you see all those little bumps and things, we want to use those to get all that flour into those. So you want to kind of work that flour in. That's the glue. That's when it's going to keep your breading on your steak. Now we're going to move it over to the egg wash. Make sure that you don't have any dry spots on once you get done with this on your egg wash here. And you want to drain off all that extra egg wash as well. And then we're going to put it over into our final dredge. This is one with all the seasonings. And again, make sure there's no wet spots this time, because that's all your flavor right there. Lay that steak in there going away from you. You don't want to splash that hot oil on you. That oil is about between 325 and 350 degrees. Once you get it crispy on one side, just flip it over. Let that oil drain off and then set it on your drain pan once it's all done. We're going to do that until we get all those steaks done. Once we do that, we're going to start our gravy. Now we're putting about 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons I believe. So we're going to use 3 tablespoons of that leftover dredge that we had from when we were putting the steaks, breading the steaks. And just going to cook it. It's going to be kind of mustard yellow because of the seasonings, but you want to cook it for about 3 minutes. You want to cook out that raw flour. Once you've done that, go ahead and add your heavy cream, and I'm just adding it slowly. You see it's really thick, and then it thins out, and then it'll thicken back up again. This will make that nice country gravy that everybody loves. Look how thick that is. And if you can do this on the back of a spoon and it doesn't run, your gravy's done. It's really thick. So we're going to season it with salt and pepper. Make sure you add a good amount of pepper because pepper is a big part of that country gravy. Now let's move on to our potatoes, which are now done. I'm mashing them up a little bit, making them a little smaller so that they are easier to deal with. Now I also left about a quarter of a cup of the salty water in there. That's going to help season it. Add your butter, then add your milk while you're whisking it. And you're going to get it to your desired consistency. I like mine pretty whipped, so that's what this is. Now, my husband's serving up his plate. He wanted to be first this time. So put those potatoes down. Sabbath wants some of Daddy's dinner. Put the steak kind of leaning on it and throw that gravy all over the top. Just put all kinds of gravy on there. Sabbath really wanted Daddy's dinner. And there you go, Granny's Country Fried Steak. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today for this wonderful country fried steak. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out and it's free. And as always, y'all have a blessed day.